Do you ever feel like your mouse pad is holding you back from your best gameplay? It can feel overwhelming finding the right one, and though it's probably not what's keeping you stuck in bronze, it is an important thing to consider in your gaming setup. Before we go any further, I'll be giving away one of these pads that I cover in this video, so drop a comment down below with the pad that you would like, and make sure you're subscribed to the channel. It seems like there is a new mousepad hitting the market every single week, and often these are limited drops that I would highly recommend steering clear of. While some of these pads are high quality, there's a lot of guesswork involved, and without being able to see a review, there's no way of really knowing what you're getting into. You're usually better off sticking with something more well known. I prefer brands like Artisan and Lethal Gaming Gear because they offer high quality surfaces with multiple options for firmness with their pads. Today, we're going to take a look at a few pads from Lethal Gaming Gear specifically. However, I'm not affiliated with them in any way, and this isn't a sponsored video. I did reach out to them to request a sample of the Neptune Pro for testing, and they were kind enough to send one out to me. I don't believe that there's a one-size-fits-all mouse pad for everyone. Different pads offer different advantages depending on your game choice, grip styles, mouse skates, and experience. Yes, there are subtle differences between various speed and various control pads, but for most gamers, sweating these details isn't going to dramatically change your game, but it will dramatically drain your wallet. For tactical shooters such as Counter-Strike and Valorant, control pads usually offer the best precision. They allow you to make large flicks and stop your mouse quickly and accurately. Where they suffer a bit is in tracking heavy games, since the higher static friction can make small micro adjustments more challenging, and keeping up with fast targets that change direction a lot is not where these excel. For that, speed pads are the way to go. In games like Overwatch, Call of Duty, or Apex, these pads allow you to effortlessly glide your mouse, and I have found that this makes tracking targets way easier. And if you play a mix of these games, a balance pad might be your best bet and is what I have spent the most time using. The different base options that you can choose from are X-Soft, being the plushiest and allowing you to press into the pad to generate a lot of stopping power, Soft, which is a good middle ground for most people, offering a consistent and comfortable base while still giving some additional stop, and lastly Mid or Firm, and this provides a base without much give at all, exclusively highlighting the properties of the surface. One thing to consider when choosing between the different base options is the skates on your mouse. When it comes to mouse skates, larger glides like the ones found on Zowie or the newest Razer mice work great regardless of the base you choose. However, if you prefer to use dot skates, I find that these don't work as great on the X-Soft pads, but work really well on the firmer bases. Lethal does have a pretty wide variety of surfaces, but not all are available in the Pro line yet. I have heard from them though that they are coming out with a Mercury Pro, and it looks like the new Jupiter Pro should be releasing soon. The three that I'm going to take a look at today though are the Neptune, the Saturn, and the Venus. The Neptune Pro is a smooth and zippy surface. I have heard that it's similar to the Artisan Raiden, but I haven't actually used that pad personally. I have spent a lot of time playing on glass pads recently, and I was very surprised that this was remarkably similar in both glide and speed. The Neptune gives a lot of the same benefits of having a glass pad without the need for special skates, arm sleeves, and it allows you to still generate some additional friction through that base. In my opinion, this is about as good as it gets when looking for a speed pad. This pad will probably live on my desk as my main for the foreseeable future. I love it. Next up is the Saturn Pro, and this is the go-to for a more control-oriented surface. The pad is perfect for hitting flick shots and holding angles. I think it's the safest recommendation for people looking at one of these Pro pads because of the smooth and comfortable surface, as well as the very stable experience provided to the mouse movements. The version that I have is an X-Soft base, and while I enjoy this, I think I would recommend more people get the soft or the firm versions of this pad, since the surface feels reasonably controlled already without the need for that extra plushiness. The Venus Pro is Lethal's balance pad and has been my personal favorite out of the bunch. It has a more textured, if not slightly abrasive surface that gives a lot of feedback through the mouse skates. The surface feel is something that takes some time to get used to, but after using textured pads for a while now, I actually prefer them to the more smooth surfaces out there. The Venus does have noticeably more static and dynamic friction than what you find on the Neptune, without feeling restrictive or muddy like the Saturn can sometimes feel. I really like that it is the thinnest out of all of the Pro pads, coming in at only 3.5 millimeters. This pad is super versatile though and works really well in both tracking heavy games as well as static clicking. Hey, thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this content, leave a like and subscribe for future videos. I'm currently working on 3 videos. One is the Lamzu Atlantis mini review, which is that pink mouse behind me. I do have the new Asus 32-inch 240 Hz and 480 Hz monitor that I will be doing a review on as well. And then lastly, I'm working on a video on Razer's SnapTap. So if any of those things sound interesting to you, make sure that you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of those videos. Aside from that, leave a comment down below with the mousepad that you would like to win. And until next time, we'll see ya.